In this next video, I'm going to show you the perfect top of backswing position so you can play better golf. Sound good? Keep watching. Okay, let's talk about this perfect top of backswing position. So we've done our takeaway right and our halfway back position right. The backswing should just flow on from that and we should be able to make a great backswing. But there's some important keys to remember, just making sure we get everything in the right place. And obviously everyone's backswing is a little different, but these are some checkpoints that you can have a look at in the mirror or video to make sure you've got it in the right spots. So I'll show you from this angle first, from down the line. As we go back, first thing I want to be looking at in this backswing is making sure I'm turning those hips, very important. Making sure I've turned now, this will depend on your flexibility obviously, this will be different for everyone. For me, I aim to get like a 45-degree hip turn and a 90-degree shoulder turn. Very important you get that separation between your hips and your shoulders, because that creates coil, which leads to a lot of power in your golf swing. So aim when you're turning, your hips turn about that 45 and your shoulders keep turning, getting to that 90. If you can't do the full 90, that's okay. Look to get maybe a lesser hip turn and then a lesser shoulder turn, and that differential between the hip and the shoulder will create that extra coil that you need. So that's the first thing I'm looking for. As we turn here at the top. Now, a huge key for me, something I wish I'd fixed years ago when I first started playing, was making sure that lead on my left wrist is flat. If you have it cupped like this, it makes it very difficult to make the downswing. You've got to make a lot of compensations. Try to get that left or lead wrist of yours flat. Most really good players will have it flat. Some have even got it bowed, which is turning it more in this way. There are some very good players that have had it cupped at the top, but generally, for you and I, we want to be aiming to have it nice and flat at the top. And when you automatically get that flat, that'll put your right wrist in a cupped position like this, which is what you want to be looking for. So this is what we want to be looking at the top. Somewhere in that sort of position there, we've got our flat lead wrist. We've got the right wrist is cupped. We're in a nice position there to finish off our golf swing. Okay, so another great thing to think about, this is a really powerful move, this has helped me out heaps in my golf swing, is I try to think about having my right shoulder high and my left shoulder low. So as I'm making my backswing, if I'm thinking about having that left shoulder low, right shoulder high, like this, gets my golf swing on a really great plane and it keeps me in posture. What you don't want to be doing is something like that, where my shoulders are pretty much level at the top here, rather than having this angle. Always want to be having that angle like this. That is really critical to making a great backswing. So from face on, I've just got that angle with that left shoulder low. Gets us in a really great spot there to complete the rest of our golf swing. Now, another really important part of that backswing is making sure that lead arm, and this will show it a lot more here, is somewhere parallel on the same angle to our shoulder plane. And what I mean by this is, as I make my backswing, you'll see here my lead arm, this here, is roughly on the same angle as my shoulders. My shoulders aren't like this, it's not too much like this, but my lead arm is somewhere there on the same plane as my shoulders. I haven't got them up like this, I haven't got them too far low like this, but I've got it somewhere. Let's get to the top again. But it's somewhere on the same plane as my shoulders. That keeps your golf swing on plane and will help you make a better backswing. So that's really, really important. Now the final thing I'm going to show you is This probably more talks about the legs and what the rear leg is doing in the backswing. Make sure your rear leg is not moving this way, sliding off the ball as you get to the top of your backswing. We don't want to be like this, sliding off. We want to make sure that rear leg is moving backwards. Watch this rear leg here. Make sure it's moving back as you make your backswing. That's a really powerful backswing move that will help you out enormously, and that'll look something like this. If you just pay attention to this right leg, see how it moves backwards? That's a really powerful move to help you out with your backswing and play much, much better golf. So there you have it. Drop a comment down below if you're still struggling with your backswing. Maybe there's something I didn't cover there. Drop a comment down below. I'll reply to every single one of you. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Click and watch the video on your screen now. It's going to be covering the right shoulder and keeping it high in the backswing, which ties in really nicely with this video. If you want to learn how to play amazing golf, consider subscribing to the channel. If you have any other further questions or comments, please let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.